Game of perseverance and through just stick through the whole game.
Yeah, I think it's just a game of resilience. We had an awkward schedule. We had the 4-game road trip, and then it's right about the game in Arizona or at home against Arizona with a little bit of travel legs, and we persevered through that. And then you have 3 days, between this game and Vegas was playing the night before. So we wanted to play a dump and chase game, but we kept turning it over in the first period. And the resiliency came in from the coachability of the group, because we stopped doing that, fortunately, in the second and third period, and we're able to get pucks back and establish some offensive zone time. And then we did a great job in the penalty kill. So it was just a great team effort. And I think we've got a nice blend of veterans. I told the group after the first period, the only team that was playing the way we wanted to play was the 30-plus-year-old line with Silverberg, Henrique, and Killorn. So that was the template we wanted to play off of, and the team followed the direction after that.
What is there about this team that you took out maybe the best team in the East, Boston, and now Vegas, you defeated them? Is there a secret to doing that, or just
no? I just
work?
think I keep telling them it's just a process. You live in the moment, you stay in the day. Sound a little kind of cliche-ish, but you just try to get better every day. Everything we do is designed for that. We don't really worry about the outside world. I don't spend a lot of time on other teams. There's a lot of analytical information, a lot of video prep, but ultimately I can only control what our guys do. Our staff does a terrific job in preparing them. And it's just as a team win, organizational win.
Resilience that you mentioned, and that's been shown repeatedly here. How much does that become a building block?
Oh, it's a huge building block. But I've said this since training camp. It's like the game's mental. It's about belief in one another, and it's about believing in a system and executing the system. Obviously, we have enough talent to convert the effort and the intensity that we're bringing into games to score goals and defend goals. So, and it's still early. So we're just, like I said, I told them at the end of the game, it's a great win. You put it in your pocket and you get ready for the next one.
Talked a little bit about his Lions performance, but with Killer in particular making his debut tonight, obviously weren't shy about using him in all situations, but what'd you think of the way he settled in?
He's terrific. I was watching him he hasn't played hockey since whenever they finished last year in Tampa, but if you watch him handle pucks on the breakouts, he's poised, he looks over his shoulders, he makes the right play. At the offensive blue line, he takes a look and he slides it in. There's no panic to him. It was just having him there was just really nice on the bench. And those critical moments in games, whether it's in the end of a period when they're coming down the walls, he just makes smart plays. He just knows that he plays playoff hockey every game.
Mason has scored a few big goals for you. We know about his history as well, Team Canada as well. How much is that coincidence, and how much is that that's kind of part of him, that he has a knack for?
Well, the good thing is, I bit his ear off because in the 4-on-4 he goes behind the net to chase Eichel. So now we're giving him a 3-on-2 going up the ice, and he knows it. He's one of those kids that's resilient. So, you have guys that are talented, and I'm a big believer as a coach, when those guys make mistakes and they hear about it, the other team knows that there's a firmness to the messaging that they're all accountable to. And he's the one that will lead the parade back to changing the way he's playing so the whole team plays the right way.
8 of 8 on the penalty kill and 3 of 6 on the power play the last 2 games. How important has special teams been for you guys lately?
It's huge. If we don't kill those penalties off in the third period, it's game over. Huge. Give Brent Thompson a lot of credit. We started out ugly on the special teams, and Newell, both special teams were bad. They're at the bottom of the league in the first 3 or 4 games, and they've done a really good job because, Brent and I don't know the players that well, so he's trying to figure out who can kill penalties and all that stuff. So he's got the chemistry together, he's got the strategy together, and the language is all kind of familiar now, so we can make adjustments as the game goes on. And obviously your goalie needs to be good, and Gibby made some huge saves.
You said that you don't pay attention so much to the opponent. So do you not then consider this a measuring stick kind of game?
No, I meant in reference to preparing for the game,
Yeah, okay,
right? But
is this a measuring stick again?
of course it is, yeah. But again, it's early, right? So
Okay.
it's early. So I mean, I'm thrilled that we won. It's early, and we got them in a back-to-back, you know, at a 5 o'clock game. So there were some things I think that were built into this game that gave us a little bit of an advantage in terms of energy. So I mean, I watched them play Colorado last night, and they steamrolled them, and obviously that puts a little fear in you as a coach. But you know, like I said, I can't worry about them as much as I worry about our preparation and execution.
You spoke a little bit about Gibby's performance tonight. Was there any concern at all about just kind of the little layoff that he had and coming back tonight?
A little bit, but he's been around a long time. If there's one guy that you're not worried about, it's him. He's played so many games, he's been around the game so much. So, I mean, he made some huge saves there when the game got a little bit squirrely, and that's what you need a goalie for.
Certainly seen those guys work hard in practice, but I mean, the hardest working team in practice in the NHL. Are they starting to enjoy the rewards? We noticed they weren't too happy to see us tonight. They wanted a little more time to themselves in the room. Seemed like it was a very celebratory environment. I mean, you're starting to see the camaraderie and stuff develop.
I've seen it. I've seen it early, actually. Like, you know, we talk about that. Like, I was like worried the first period. We looked like we were a little bit tired because we practiced hard, right? And then, you know, Brent Thompson said, "We got the guys look like a little tired," and I didn't think they were tired. Like, I know our guys, and they had a day off. One of the last few days they had a day off, so he told me it's not their legs, it's their brain, right? They're thinking too much, and maybe they're a little bit nervous about playing Vegas. I don't know, but a lot of that was because we kept turning pucks over too. You start chasing the game, but I thought we did a really good job adjusting in the second and third period.
2 goals from Sam Carrick tonight. How important is it to just get depth from all across your line, or get scoring from all across your lineup?
Well, the good thing is that Sam and Leeson kill penalties, right? So when you're up a goal or it's even and you feel like the game's a little bit wobbly, those guys are going to be responsible defensively. And we went with a 3-line rotation the last 5 minutes there, and you know, Sam's responded to that. He did the same. We did the same thing in Arizona, and he did a really good job in that role in that game as well. So, you know, I think when your 4th-line guys kill penalties, it's just a huge blessing, particularly when you're protecting a lead or you're just trying to stabilize the game.